Hello everyone, my name is Mary and today I have an angel tarot card message on the topic of trust. And not just any trust, unbreakable, unwavering, full throttle trust. We're talking how to live from that place of expansive, crazy, full throttle trust. And I feel like this is a topic that a lot of people can benefit from. It's something that I have trouble with in my own life, and I feel like this is going to be a great opportunity to get some angelic messages regarding this topic. And as I was preparing the cards, I was given a visual of that finding that place of trust is sort of like finding your center of balance when you're off balance. It's like, you ever try those, balance exercises at the gym, or balance on a balance beam or something. It's like it's not easy to find that perfect balance in those situations. I think one of those balance exercises you can do at home is like stand on a pillow on one leg with your eyes closed. Or even looking up, it's really hard to stand there, and stay really balanced. So when you can't find your center of balance, just know that you do have a center of balance. There is a place where you can go where you're like, this is it. I'm in my balanced place, and it might shift, and it may not be the same place 1 second to the next, but there is a place, a center of balance that you can find, that you can continually seek. And the angels were showing me that trust and living that place of full-on trust is just like that, where it's sort of just, there is a place. You can absolutely know that there is a place of trust within you, that you can go to that place and be there. But it's not a place where you can just go in and move in and set up shop. You have to, it's just like finding your balance, where you constantly have to check in. It's a constant effort to stay in trust. It's not something where you can just lock it in and, here we go. No, it's not like that. It takes constant effort, but it's there. It's available to you in every now moment, this place of trust. And in my life, I have found it very hard, especially lately, to live in that place of trust. I find that earlier in my life, when I was younger, I had less trauma, less, more of the golden attitude towards life. But now I feel like I've been burned a few times. I've gotten, I've had some trauma, I've had some difficulties, I've had some failures, and it's not easy to find that place of trust. I feel like I'm on a balance beam while playing dodgeball, and people are throwing dodgeballs at me, and I'm like, I can't do this both at the same time, Dealing with life's ups and downs, and also staying in that place of trust, I find, is very, very difficult. But the angels have the message that it's there. It's there. And it's not far. You don't have to go far to find that place of trust. It's within you. It's like your center of balance. It's just find it. You'll know it when you're there, because your fears just fall away. Your everything just falls away. Maybe it's not the same 1 minute to the next. Maybe you have to continually seek it out, but it's always there and always available to you. So let's see what the angels have for us today. So, this isn't showing. There we go. So I normally, when I shuffle the card, when I'm doing this type of reading with some tarot cards and some oracle cards, I like to pull 5 tarot cards. I don't know why. It's just at least more than one, but I was shuffling the tarot cards and only one card was feeling right, and I'm just sitting there shuffling, and I'm like, where's the rest? Why can't I feel guided towards other cards? And it was just this one card, and I felt in my heart that I'm like, I felt the message. The angels are like, trust, just trust us. This card is going to do it. So, having built this card up so much, let's see what it is. Oh my goodness. Yes, strength. So, strength is all about facing your fears. It's like facing your fears and finding out that they really don't have the power to hurt you as much as you thought. As much as you thought they did. It's facing the illusions of life, facing the difficulties. And we're talking about this guy, this lion here. The picture doesn't give us any indication that this is a pet lion. Obviously he's very gentle with her, but he is a lion after all. This is a wild animal. This is a very strong, very powerful, dangerous animal. And so what she's doing here is facing this danger head on, but she's doing it from a place of love. And this beautiful symbol here, the infinity loop, I think is showing us that she's in that center, that little dot in the center of that loop where everything sort of comes together. She's in that center, her center of trust, that place of perfect trust that she knows where everything's going to be all right. And she has the strength to stay in that place, to continue to face her fears day in, day out, no matter how uncomfortable it is, no matter what it is that she has to face, she's ready to continue facing it. Strength is an ongoing process. The infinity loop is proof of that there is a place of trust, but it takes strength to be there. Just like one of those balance exercises, it takes a little effort to stay on those balance beams or on the balance ball thing. It takes a little effort, it's not easy. It's not easy. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. Everyone would live with perfect, unbreakable, unwavering, full throttle trust. Everyone would be living that way. But we're not, because it's difficult. It takes strength. And I think that this message here also means that we're meant to know that we have this. This is a major arcana card. This means that the soul is meant to, it's one of the steps along the path of the soul's journey, is finding strength. And no matter how hard it is to trust, the strength is there. And it's there in abundance. And you can, once you're in that place, you can keep drawing on that strength. Keep facing your fears. It may not ever get easy. That's what this is telling us, is that it will not be easy. It's never going to be like, oh, piece of cake, trust. Full throttle trust, I got that, It's never going to be that easy, I think. Until you're like completely, God realized, like one of the saints or sages of, one of the very few who have actually reached that level. Unless you're one of them, it's probably going to take some effort, And even the people who have accomplished a great deal, it still takes a little effort. I think I remember hearing, I studied Yogananda years ago, and I remember at some point, either it was the movie about him or his book, where he was talking about how the difficulties that he has faced even later, even after he established himself and his, his followers, and he was doing his work. Even then it was difficult. He still had to go deep within himself and find the strength to keep going, to find the strength to keep fighting those battles, whatever they were for him, day in and day out. He certainly did a lot of good. So let's see what else we've got here. Oh, simplicity. So the angels are really showing us that, well, golly, there's it's not, it might be difficult, but it's not complex. It's pretty straightforward. Living with full throttle trust means trusting. It means trusting. Trusting that things are going to work out. Trusting that you can open your mouth and say your opinions, and, you know, trusting that if you take that leap of faith, it's going to be okay in the end. Who knows when the end will be, you know, it may be a longer road than a shorter one, but you keep, you know, that taking that leap of faith, being in that place, it's very straightforward. There's a simple way to do this. It doesn't mean that it's easy, it just means that it's simple, you know? It's like exercise. It's like you can't build those muscles. There's one way to do it, really. You know, you can try to complicate it and make it really, you know, fearsome or complex or a big puzzle. You're like, how do I do that? No, it's pretty easy. Building those muscles is pretty easy. Not easy, but simple. It's simple. It's simple to know what it is you have to do. And so the same thing, I think, is coming through with this living in trust. It takes strength, but it doesn't take a complex point of view. You don't have to read any books about it. It's just trust. The word says it all. Spice up your routine. Now that's an interesting one. Let's see what the second one says. Maintain your composure. So what I'm getting from these two cards, the spice up your routine, what I'm getting from this is that to live with full throttle trust means that you have to go all in on those inspirations that you're getting. And by going all in, I mean like the metaphor of when you're at a casino or you're playing poker with your friends. You think you have a good hand, you're going to go all in, you push all your chips in, you say, I'm all in on this one. So spice up your routine means, you know, taking steps that you wouldn't normally take. Like if you have that trust is not built to keep you in the, you know, to keep you in your safety zone. That trust is meant for you to expand, for you to take those daring steps forward, for you to take, you know, to take your inspiration and just go with it and be like, I'm going to try this, you know, and maybe I'll fail and maybe I'll succeed, but I trust that it's good. Whatever it is, whatever it brings me, it's going to be for my highest good. Spice up your routine means you can't have this kind of trust and play it safe. Unbreakable, unwavering, full throttle trust. The only way to know that you're doing it that way, that you're living your life with this kind of trust in the divine, trust in yourself, is if you take chances. If you do things a little bit differently, you know, big things, little things, just do the things. And it's like this card is saying, it's not a puzzle. It's just, you have that inspiration, you follow it, you know. If there's some part of your life that's showing you a little bit of fear, a little bit of, you know, that you're worried about or you're afraid of, that's a place where you need to go and just go and step in and try to be there in that trusting place. I'm not saying go do dangerous things. What I'm saying is whatever your inspiration is leading you to do, whatever your inspiration is leading you to do, go and do that, even if it feels slightly uncomfortable. That trust is your best tool. It's your best tool to go forward. And maintain your composure means these two things are exactly what she's doing. The spice up your routine, maintain your composure. She's obviously doing something spicy here. She's facing a situation that is quite dangerous. But you can tell she's maintaining her composure. She knows exactly how to do this. She has stepped into it. She's doing it. She's trusting her own strength, her own heart. She's trusting everything inside her, and she's displaying it. She's showing it off. Her trust and her strength are on display for anyone to see who may be witnessing this. That, I think, is what these two cards mean. I think it's really quite perfect, as a matter of fact. All right, so the word on this one is really hard to see. I'm not sure I'm saying this crystal right. Chrysocolla? I'm going to say chrysocolla. Chrysocolla? I don't know. If you have any idea how to pronounce that, put that. I'll find out later. I'll probably find out and then forget. But if you know how to pronounce it, put it in the comments below. Diplomacy. So chrysocolla and diplomacy. Apparently I can't pronounce things today. Diplomacy. Isn't that card just gorgeous? It makes me feel like there's a mixture of beautiful inspirations, a mixture of beautiful ideas and songs that our souls are singing at the moment. And going forward in life means choosing the best path for you and for the human collective. It means being bigger than just your individual self, knowing that you're sort of connected not only to your dreams and desires, but to the collective good of the entire human family. You're connected to everything that is, and everything that is divine, and it's all for your highest good. And sometimes in this particular dimension, it feels very hard and it feels very difficult. But taking those steps is an important thing to do. I think this chrysocolla is giving me vibes of this rising up, this integrity, this idea of that when you are in a place of full throttle trust, you are well able to reach for the brass ring, to reach for the highest possible goal. You're not just, holding steady or just getting by. You're ready to thrive. You're ready to give your best to the world. You're ready to, you're ready for the big test. You're ready for it. It's like, it's a beautiful mixture of all the best parts of you are ready to, to be manifested into the world. I think that this card is really giving me that trust is not a thing that helps you feel better about your life. It's a vehicle by which you can accomplish great things, where you can with grace, where you can accomplish great things with grace and a sense of confidence and a sense of inner peace. Yes, that's another thing I'm getting from this one is a tremendous sense of inner peace, and I'm definitely getting trust from this card. I don't know much about that crystal, chrysocolla. I don't know much about it, but I'm getting from this card. I'm getting vibes of integrity and inner peace, and definitely vibes of trust. So let's see what else we have here. Inner growth. Wow. And let it go. Oh my gosh. Whoa. There's some really interesting stuff going on here. I feel like what this card, I'm going to move this over here. What these two cards are showing me is that living in that place of unbreakable, unwavering, full throttle trust means that you have to dig deep. You got to dig deep and find the places where you're being thrown off balance, out of your place of trust. Deal with those, face those inner demons down, face them down, like the strong warrior of the light that you are. Face those inner demons and then release your fears. Just let it go. Walking in a path of trust means, means doing it with integrity and peace and a fearlessness of going inward, a fearlessness of facing the inner and the outer with equal equanimity. You're equally trusting with the inner as you are with the outer. Your inside world, you're facing that with just as much trust and faith as you are your outer world. And it may show you some scary stuff, but you can deal with it. You know exactly how to deal with it. You face it. You take a step closer to those things that maybe are giving you, those nervous vibes, those things that you've got to face, those things that are gonna, if you do it, you're going to experience inner growth. Inner growth doesn't happen by doing the easy things. It only happens by spicing up your routine and really sort of stretching yourself and expanding yourself. Trust is not something that'll help you just coast through life. This type of trust is meant to help you grow and thrive and find that deep, unshakable place that you can get to, that you can get to over and over again. This reading has been kind of interesting so far. Let's see what these last cards have to say. So I've got continuity, unbroken chain of events or a series of happenings, connected cause and effect. So trust only can truly manifest when you're stepping out of your comfort zone, when you're spicing up your routine, when you're doing something that makes you a little nervous. You can only do that. You can only really show how much you're trusting, how much in trust you are when you're doing those things, when you're living that way, when you're living fully and expansively. And this is something that this card is telling us we can continue to do over and over and over again. Levity. Wow. This reading really has it all. Treating things lightly, objective view, not taking life too seriously. It's like if a runner, the hurdle runners, if a runner took every hurdle on the path ahead personally, they would be crushed. They'd be constantly facing those things. But you gotta just take it objectively. I think that's the message here, is that trusting means that this is just an experience we're having, this beautiful human experience. We're meant to move forward. We're meant to overcome these things. We're meant to display how much faith and trust we have in the collective and in ourselves, in God, in consciousness or whatever you believe in. And it's not meant to be like super, I think the simplicity card is saying it too. It's not meant to be like super complex or super heavy. Yes, it might be a little bit difficult. There might be some challenges. It might make you feel things, but this trust guides us forward in a way that is supposed to be gratifying. The levity card is showing us that we don't have to take it all that seriously. This woman is not, sweating bullets here on the strength card. She's not crying. She's not upset. She is having a moment of complete and utter faith in herself. And faith in that lion too. She's showing off how strong she is with her faith and her trust. It's not meant to be so hard. I think the angels are like, you know where to step. It just takes a little bit of strength to be in that place of trust. That's all. I'm getting why this card was the only tarot card, because everything's sort of pointing back to this. The simplicity card, the spicing up your routine, the maintaining composure, inner growth. Of course, this girl is not, she's not on a plateau here. I think she's definitely, she's definitely on a journey of inner growth. She has discovered how strong she is, and she's ready to continue to face her fears over and over again. she's ready to let go of those fears. She's totally ready to let go of those fears. Oh my goodness. So the last card is organization. The process of ordering objects into patterns to be more easily recognized. What I'm getting from this one is the angels are letting us know that trust is a relationship. It's a relationship that you develop with yourself and with life. And there's a place for this trust to show up in every minute, every day of your life. The world is set up. The world is just designed to be a playground for you to keep growing, to keep facing your fears and letting them go, and growing in integrity and faith and trust. Let's do this. Yeah. Is that gonna fit? Yeah, sure. The world is designed to have, for us to, actually, let's do it this way. I don't know why I'm so OCD about this. There. See? Patterns. Ordering objects into patterns. Yeah, so what I'm getting from all this, but let's start with these three, because these three cards have such an interesting story to tell. These three, the continuity, levity, and organization, are telling me that living with trust means that it's not just some abstract thing out there in the ether for you to sort of tap into only when you're meditating, or only when you're in prayer, or only when you're feeling good, or only when you're fully rested, or have enough money in the bank. It's like, no, this is something you face every minute of the day. You're interfacing with all of the things that might make you fearful, and in that moment is an opportunity for you to find that strength and that trust in life. That you will always, the continuity, you'll always be presented with opportunities to display that kind of trust. And it's not something that's supposed to be super duper heavy. It's scary, yeah, but approach it with a light heart, and know that the whole of the universe is just set up to help you grow, and to help you with inner growth, to help you let go of your fears, to help you develop integrity and inner peace, to help you maintain your composure, to help you approach life and your obstacles with this gorgeous sense of simplicity. The organization of the world is designed for you to develop this beautiful, unbreakable, unwavering, full throttle trust. But it takes strength to be there. It takes effort. It takes maintaining your composure while facing those fears, while facing those things that make you feel uncomfortable. Did you just see that? I think my power flicked on and off for a second. We had a huge downpour a half hour ago or something. So I'm gonna wrap this up, because it feels like I might lose some power soon. So my prayer for you, I trust everything's gonna be all right. My prayer for you, my prayer for me, and my prayer for all of us is that we live, that we find that place of crazy, full throttle trust in every minute of our lives, and know that the angels are there with us every minute of the day. That is so interesting. I think that beeping, if you can hear that, is my microwave going on and off. Yeah. So hopefully my power will remain steady. Hopefully yours will too. God bless you. If you'd like a reading or distance Reiki from me, or just a general intuitive healing session, schedule with the link below. Okay? Bye.